You've activated your halo. I'm hearing, I can hear you, I can see your halo. Halo, 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 halo. Listen. When you do this work on and in yourself to heal your root chakra and raise up your kundalini serpent fire energy up through your body to your crown to be crowned so that you are sitting on the throne of your purpose and of your power. You are sitting on the throne of your pussy. POOS hyphenated E. Your pussy is your throne because you are the Holy Grail. Okay? When you do this work on and in yourself and continue to do this work on and in yourself, you activate your halo. I can see your halo. Other people can see your halo. But let me tell you what this means for you. Welcome to Alcheminity, because turning pain into power is sexy. And I am your host and creator of this colony and the many colonies we're building around our globe, hell, around our galaxies at this point. I am your queen bee, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty. And we're going to dive right on into this message, y'all. Shouts out to the new subscribers. I see you. Thank you for making this colony your home. Welcome home. To those of you who have been here since day one, my day ones, thank you for being here. I'm so glad to know that you trust me to bring these ancient philosophies and insight and wisdom to you. You know I've done the work. You know I'm doing the work. We know the truth by the way it feels. You cannot fake energy. And I'm glad that you feel my energy, that you're tuned in with me because I'm tuned in with you. You are not alone. We are not alone. We are here. I'm so glad we found each other again in this lifetime. Let's dive into it, y'all. Listen. I can see your halo, halo, halo. People can see your halo. Have y'all heard of the halo effect? If you haven't, Spirit is guiding me to dive deep into the halo effect. For those of you who are here listening to this as an activated one, you've activated your halo. For those of us in this journey, we activate our halo on an energetic level, so much so that it shows up physically. It shows up on a physical level and an external level where other people can see it. How do we activate our halo? By becoming the alchemists. How do we activate our halo? By answering the call, by answering the callings on our life purposes. How do we activate the halo? By turning our pain into power. How do we activate our halo? By healing. How do we activate our halo? By activating and healing our root chakra. How do we activate our halo? By healing from sexual trauma, childhood traumas. How do we activate our halo? By healing generational curses, breaking generational curses. Hello? How do we activate our halo? By doing the inner dark shadow work. Those of you have journeyed through the dark night of the soul odyssey. You've made it out on the other side. You have activated your halo. I can see your halo. Do you hear me? I can see it and other people can see it too. Now, let me tell you, the first time the term halo was used with me was just recently, earlier this year, or maybe February. Okay, February sometime. I was sitting in the office with one of my supervisors. Those of you that know, I work as a flight attendant outside of, the work that I do here through Alcheminity on YouTube and on Patreon. So my money maker, my bill payer is is my work as a flight attendant. And so I was sitting in the office with my supervisors one day. This is a supervisor. Her and I did not get along initially. We did not get along initially, and I'm not the only one. There are some people that consider this supervisor to be very difficult to work with. Anyway, I wanted to sit down and have a meeting with her because there was something going on. The dynamics between her and I was just getting too thick. I did not like it. And so I called a meeting with her. And I wanted to sit down and go over whatever it was so that we could hash it out. Now, this is a supervisor I thought did not like me, y'all, for real. I was just like, she's a Black woman. She's in a position of power. I respect that. But there were some things going on with how she manages her position of power. And I anyway, sat down in a meeting with her. because I wanted to hash it out. That's the kind of woman I am. I face to face. Let's talk. Let's talk. How do we make this better if we're going to be working around each other? Because I can't come to work feeling like, I don't have any support. I can't come to work or work on any supervisor where I don't feel safe. And so I sat down with her and we hashed out the tough part. And by the end of that conversation, you know what she said to me? She stood up to me. She stood up, a little short little thing. And she said, Timmesha, I respect you even more now because you came to me professionally and you came to me like a woman. She said, from the very moment you started working here with us, I have seen your halo. And immediately she said, I see the halo effect. And I was like, the halo effect? She said, yeah, it's all over you. I can see your halo. I can see, she said, you just walk with this glow and this regalness. I can see. Immediately my spirit said, there was a two part to that. Immediately my spirit said, this was part of the problem that she was having with me. This is part of the problem she was having with me because it was a problem within herself that she still needed to work on. Sometimes spirit guides us to work. Spirit reveals to us certain parts of ourselves by being able to, we are used as mirrors a lot of the times. As activated chosen ones, as alchemists, we are mirrors to people. We are either mirrors to their power or we are mirrors to their trauma. And so Spirit let me know that I was a mirror for both for her. I was a mirror to the possible power she could activate in herself. And I was also a mirror to the traumas that were triggered in her that may have come from a lack of confidence or insecurity within herself. From that moment on, her and I, when we see each other, we actually hug. We went from being like two ships passing in the night. This is me and a supervisor now. Like two ships passing in the night. Because I could sense the energy in the initial phases that this woman wasn't on my side, right? It's a whole long story, but I could sense the things that needed to be healed in her that were being projected from her towards me. To the point where I was thinking about, okay, this is not going to be a good work environment for me. Outside of all the other things that go on that are stressful in the work environment, that was being added to it. So I could sense the energy from her, right? But it went from us being like two ships passing in the night to now when we see each other, she walks up to me and she gives me the tightest hug. She gives me I can see the warmth behind her eyes when she smiles at me. It is real because I was a mirror for her, because this mirror walked up to her and said, you're going to sit down and you're going to talk to me and we're going to deal with whatever it is within you. Me coming up to her helped her to heal, help her to face herself. So much so that by the end of the conversation, she was able to open up and tell me in so many words, yes, I saw your halo. It triggered me, but now I respect your halo because I see how you truly carry yourself. I see the power that is within you, Timmesha. I respect that. It's kind of like from a person, when they say your haters are really your fans, right? Because there's something about you that they love and that they admire, that they wish they could be, or they wish they could activate within themselves, right? So this energy that was in her has shifted, has been alchemized. So initially what was working against me now works for me. Yeah, are y'all hearing me? This is what comes with the territory of an activated chosen one. People can see your halo. Remember, I always say people will love you for the same reasons they hate you, or they will hate you for the same reasons they love you. I can see your halo. They can see your halo. Can you handle the responsibility of what it means to be activated in your halo? You have activated the halo effect in your life. You have activated the halo effect in your body. So let's go to the definition. Y'all can look it up yourselves too. But let's go to the definition. One sec. The halo effect is a cognitive bias where an initial positive impression of someone or something leads to favorable judgments about their qualities, even if those qualities are unrelated. Okay. The halo effect is a tendency to favorably judge individuals, companies, products, or groups based on the positive characteristic or perceived morality. When I sat down and had this meeting with her, okay, she was able to now judge me favorably as opposed to judging me unfavorably because she didn't know my morals. She didn't know. She saw me how I carried myself, but she didn't know the power that was really within me. She sensed it, right? See, people will sense your halo and they will become intimidated by something that they're sensing that's formidable. They become intimidated by it because they don't know what that is. It's unknown. It's too powerful. It's too beautiful. It's too magnetic. It's too attractive. It's too confident. I'm intimidated by that because I don't feel like I am activated in that same type of power. That power makes me feel small. So let me frown upon that. Let me attack that, right? Let me be jealous of that. Let me hate on that. But when I sat down in the meeting with her, she was able to judge me favorably. Why? Why? Because here it says the halo effect is a tendency to favorably judge individuals, companies, products, or groups based on one positive characteristic or perceived morality. She was able to perceive my morality because I was woman enough to say, let's have woman to woman. Right? My name is this Shirley. Shirley, I want to have a talk. Okay. She was able to perceive my morality because I was able to step to her in my morality and in my grace to be woman enough, human enough to say, let's have a talk. To be woman enough, human enough, emotionally intelligent enough, mentally healthy enough, right? Because when we do this work on ourselves, we develop our emotional intelligence, which activates our halo. When we do this inner work on ourselves, we develop our mental health, which activates our halo. This makes you attractive, baby. This makes you glow. I want to see you glow. There's power in the rolling hills. Come on. You're a prized possession. Not everybody's worthy. Y'all know that Jill Scott song? Anyway, it's called Rolling Hills. Right? When you do this work on and in yourself, you have activated your morality, your emotional intelligence, your mental health, your beauty, your magnetism, your skills, your talents, your spiritual abilities, your yummy, juicy. You have activated all this yummy, juicy deliciousness. This activates your halo. Let's dive deeper. When she said, I see that. That's the first time I ever heard anybody use the halo effect, right? So I had to look it up. And the other definition says, let's see. A physically attractive person might be perceived as more intelligent, kind, or successful. So on and so forth. All right. Okay, so on and so forth. So let's dive deeper. Those of us on this journey has activated alchemists and chosen ones, okay? We've activated our halo again because we've risen up and integrated our root chakra power, kundalini serpent energy. Remember, when we raise up this energy from our root, from our pussies, from our wombs, through our arousal, through our sensual energy, through our sexual energy. See, we heal and activate and come into our powers and our purpose through our sensual and sexual energy, i.e. raising up your kundalini serpent power, right? Remember, I've mentioned, and I say this over and over again, and I'm looking over at my bookshelf and I'm seeing this book called Wild Power. I love it so much. I've recommended that book. I'm going to do some deep dives on Wild Power over on Patreon, by the way. Patreon.com/Alcheminity. Shouts out to our members over on Patreon. As you all remember, as I mentioned a week ago, that I'm no longer doing member-only content here. All members-only content will be over on Patreon.com/Alcheminity. Click the Linktree link in the description, and it'll guide you over to Patreon to become a member, okay? So, remember I've mentioned, and I continue to mention over and over, raising up our kundalini serpent energy means our serpents, our energy, our ancient formidable power that we've awakened is sitting upright. It moves literally up to our crown. It moves up to our crown. So we are wearing the crown of our serpent's wisdom, right? I remember sitting in a meditation one time, and I told y'all this before. I actually talk about this in one of my articles. What else can you do with your sensual and sexual energy other than pour it out on Tyrone? And I shared that I used to host meditation sessions at my home for close friends and confidants. And anyway, there was a young man and myself who we were really close, and we were in a meditation session, and we both felt like somebody had placed an energetic, heavy crown on our heads. It's like when I tell y'all, I literally felt a ring or a crown of like energy around the top of my head, like a crown was placed on my head. After the meditation session, him and I, we all shared what our experiences were during that meditation. He brought up that he felt the crown effect, and so did I. When I tell you that was a deep meditation session, the meditation was so deep that we all there was about 5 people there. We all in our energy talked about the arousal, the energy that we felt down in our wombs. For the men that were there, they felt it in their phallexes. And this is before I knew about the power of sensual and sexual energy. This is before I knew, what this all meant. But the energy activated. All of us had similar experiences, but only 2 of us out of the 5 felt the crown. Felt that crown effect. Your halo is activated. I can see it, and people can see it. Yo, I can see your halo, right? Your serpent kundalini rises from your root through your body up to your crown, and it's sitting at your crown. It is literally on its throne. You are literally crowned. I'm hearing crowned jewel. You who are listening to this, you who've been on this journey of death and rebirth, you who've walked the dark night of the soul odyssey, you truly have the halo effect. See, there are people who use this halo effect. There are people who think that they have the halo effect just because they're attractive externally. But the benefit for those of you here, activated alchemist, chosen one, is that you really are that thing. See, there's a difference between knowing a thing and being a thing. You don't have the halo effect just because you are pretty on the outside, right? Now, I know the cognitive definition of the halo effect is, you see somebody attractive and you think, all great things about them, but not for activated alchemist chosen ones, okay? It's on a deeper level for us. For us, you're not just attractive externally, you are actually attractive internally, which magnifies your beauty and your attractiveness externally. You really are activated in your halo. See, there are people that just look like it, but you really are it. You really are that thing. You really are. You really are wearing the halo. Why? Because you have been crowned. You've been crowned, earth angels. We have been crowned. You are crowned. You have done the work to raise up your serpent kundalini energy. You are continuing to do the work to make sure that your kundalini serpent energy is risen through your body to your crown, activating all of the chakras all the way up to your crown. I can see your halo. They can see your halo. You are activated in your halo effect. And so with this comes love and comes hate. You know that. This is what comes to the territory. Can you handle the responsibility of what it means to be activated in your halo, to be blessed with the halo effect? You don't just look like it. You are it. Do you hear me? So, because your halo is activated, i.e., your crown chakra is activated, integrated, and awakened because you've risen up the energy from your womb, from your pussies, from your root, okay? You are attractive, you are beautiful, you are magnetic, you are sexy, you are yummy, you are delicious. The work in being activated in your halo is really for your purpose and your mission. Your halo, see, going back to the point, Spirit wants me to break it down. So there are people who think they have the halo effect just because they're beautiful, right? But that's all there is. That's all they are. I had a guy friend one time. He moved to Texas. He's a drummer. He plays for like all the celebrities. He's a drummer for like all the celebrities. And I remember him saying, this place is filled up with just beautiful losers, meaning beautiful women who have nothing else going on. Nothing else going on. They weren't intelligent. They weren't wise. They didn't have any morals. They didn't have any goals. They were not valuable. The only thing that they had going for them was that they were beautiful. And so there are people who would think they have the halo because they're beautiful. You're just something fun to look at, right? But for those of you on this journey, you're not only wonderful to look at, you're wonderful to hear, you're wonderful to listen to, you're wonderful to stand by. People want to be in your energy. People want to just smell you. People want to hear you talk, hear you sing, watch you dance. People want to be in your energy. People want to be in your skin. People want to be in your pussy. Listen. Because you're activated in your halo, the reason you're activated in your halo, the reason your crown chakra is not activated, i.e. you have this halo, right, is because of your mission and your purpose. When you have their attention, when people are watching, see your halo and your beauty and your glow and your light is supposed to magnetize people towards you, not so they can only look at you. For the people who are just beautiful, they're just something to look at. When other people realize that there's nothing else to them, that there's no other substance, it's like, so you drew me to you just to look at you, and that's it. There's nothing else. For those of you on this journey, you draw people in with your beauty, your magnetism, because your halo is activated, your crown is activated. But not only do you draw them in with your beauty, now you keep them because you keep them. They want to be kept by you, but you keep them because you are activated in your purpose and in your mission. Now they realize that there is depth to you. They realize that there is purpose and power that is having its way in and through you, and they want to be a part of that. They want to help cultivate that. They want to help protect that. They want to support that. They want to safeguard that. They want to love that. They want to walk on that journey with you. They want to walk on your life path with you. They want to defend you. They want to stand by your side. They want to take care of you. They want to provide for you because they realize that your value isn't in just the beauty that they see on the outside, but that there's so much depth and formidable power that lives inside of you. They want to be a part of that. They want to worship that. They know and see the value in that. I can see your halo. They can see your halo. It is activated. Make sure to use it wisely. Activate responsibly. Your halo is to draw people in for your purpose and your mission. Fulfill the mission and the purpose. I'm so damn proud of y'all. Ooh, I can see your halo, 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 halo. Ooh. Anyway, I love y'all. I will speak to y'all in the next episode. Listen, don't forget to like, share. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to comment. Say activated my halo or halo activated. Don't forget to join memberships over on Patreon. Don't forget to get your copy of Activate. Again, all that information is in the description box. Just click the Linktree link. For those of you who are ready to get help on activating in your power and in your purpose and activating your halo, activating your beauty and your magnetism, healing your root chakra so that your sensual and sexual energy can rise up and awaken you to your power and your purpose. Email me, timmeshaburgess@gmail.com for one-on-one mentorship program. I've got all that information in the description box for those of you who are ready. For those of you who've emailed me, check your emails. We'll be working together very, very soon. Okay? I'll see y'all. Talk to y'all in the next episode. Ciao for now. Mwah.